Kazakhstan is a vast land, a tapestry woven with diverse landscapes and untold stories. It's a place where the horizon stretches endlessly, inviting exploration and promising discovery. Imagine driving for hours, the sun beating down on your windshield, the steppes stretching endlessly under a huge blue sky, a seemingly infinite expanse of grass and sky. The air is dry, the silence profound, and the sense of isolation complete. Suddenly something appears on the horizon. A flicker of civilization in the vast emptiness, buildings silent and still, like ghosts rising from the earth. This is Zaman Aral, or Time Island, a name that hints at its isolation and the way it seems to exist outside of the normal flow of time, a place whispered about, a forgotten settlement, lost to the relentless march of progress and remembered by few. The idea of walking its empty streets, where the wind whispers secrets through crumbling walls, is both thrilling and somber, a mix of excitement and a deep sense of melancholy. There are no signs for ghost towns. They don't appear on modern maps or tourist brochures. You follow old maps, faded and worn, and rely on local tales, passed down through generations. Sometimes the road vanishes into dust, swallowed by the relentless steppe. And you wonder if the town is real, if it's just a figment of your imagination, a mirage in the desert. But the mystery keeps you going, the allure of the unknown pulling you forward. These places are hidden, tucked away from the modern world, far from tourist trails, untouched by the hands of commercialism, making discovery feel like a true adventure, unearthing a lost chapter of history, a forgotten story waiting to be retold. As you approach, the air changes, the temperature seems to drop, a silence deeper than the wilderness, a stillness that settles over everything. It's the hush of lives interrupted, of stories left unfinished. You see outlines of houses, their windows like empty eyes staring out at the vast emptiness, a school, maybe a hall, places that once echoed with laughter and life, places not ancient but recently abandoned, bearing the marks of a life abruptly halted. People lived here, families made their homes, dreamed here, built their lives within these walls, and then one day, left, leaving everything behind. Why? What happened? What forced them to abandon their homes and their lives? The questions linger before you even step out of your car, hanging heavy in the air. My heart always beats faster near a ghost town, a mix of anticipation and respect. You're about to walk where others once lived, to tread on hallowed ground, a privilege, to witness a moment frozen in time, a connection to a nearly tangible past, a chance to understand the human story. Zaman Aral's crumbling structures, weathered by time and the harsh elements against the vast sky, are unforgettable, a stark reminder of the impermanence of human endeavors. They remind us how quickly things change, how even the most vibrant communities can fade away, how communities vanish, leaving behind only echoes and ruins, and why their stories matter, why it's important to remember those who came before us. The adventure was just beginning. The exploration of this forgotten place was about to unfold. But already, the town was starting to whisper its secrets, to share its secrets, to reveal the stories hidden within its walls. Here, the past feels close enough to touch, almost as if you could reach out and grasp it. Every step forward, every footfall on the dusty ground, is a step deeper into history, a journey back in time. The silence is not empty. It's not a void, it's full of stories waiting to be heard, of voices yearning to be remembered. And so, the journey begins. The exploration of Zaman Aral, the Time Island, commences. Ghost towns exist worldwide, scattered across continents and cultures, each with its own story etched in silence. They stand as stark reminders of fleeting fortunes and shifting sands of time. But Kazakhstan's are shaped by a particularly unique and compelling history, a narrative woven with threads of ambition, isolation, and ultimately, abandonment. Many sprang up during the Soviet era, a period of rapid industrialization and social engineering. They were built quickly, often in incredibly remote places, far from established settlements and existing infrastructure. Primarily for mining, extracting valuable resources from the vast Kazakh steppe. Some served as centers for scientific research, pushing the boundaries of knowledge in isolated labs. Others were shrouded in secrecy, serving as military installations or hubs for classified projects. Entire communities were moved here, often with little choice in the matter, uprooting families and disrupting lives. They were tasked with creating new lives in the middle of nowhere, building towns from scratch in the harsh landscape. For a time, these towns thrived, buzzing with activity and a sense of purpose. They had schools, educating the next generation in the heart of these remote outposts. They built hospitals, providing essential healthcare to the growing populations, and even cinemas, offering a glimpse of the outside world and a source of entertainment. But when the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, the foundations upon which these towns were built crumbled. Suddenly, everything changed, and the future became uncertain. The economic support that had sustained them for decades vanished almost overnight. Factories closed their gates, leaving thousands unemployed and without prospects, and the town's very purpose disappeared overnight, leaving them adrift and without direction. Residents faced immense uncertainty, grappling with the loss of their livelihoods and the disintegration of their communities. Their futures suddenly unclear, many were forced to make difficult choices about their lives and their families. Many packed up their belongings and left, abandoning their homes and the lives they had built, seeking new beginnings elsewhere, in larger cities or even different countries, hoping for a brighter future. These towns weren't abandoned by natural disaster or some ancient curse, as is the case with some ghost towns around the world, but by the relentless tides of history and economics, swept away by forces beyond their control. Understanding this historical context is crucial to appreciating the true significance of these places. It transforms crumbling ruins into poignant stories of real people, their hopes, their dreams, and the profound upheaval they experienced. The wind whistling through Zaman Aral's empty buildings, a constant presence in the desolate landscape, carries echoes of dramatic change, but also of the remarkable resilience of the human spirit. These places are not just spooky or eerie tourist destinations, they're powerful reminders of how monumental decisions made far away can ripple through and irrevocably alter ordinary lives. Each ghost town stands as a silent witness to the past, a testament to a bygone era, shaped by political and economic forces that extended far beyond its borders, impacting the lives of those who called it home. They are monuments to both the grand ambition of the Soviet project and the profound sense of loss that followed its collapse. The stories embedded within these walls are deeply human, filled with personal struggles and triumphs. They are not just relics of a vanished era, but living testaments to the enduring power of the human spirit. Kazakhstan's ghost towns are individual chapters in a much larger story, a sweeping saga of change and adaptation, a story of survival and adaptation in the face of overwhelming odds, a testament to the strength of communities. They remind us that history is not just written in textbooks, but lived and breathed by real people, with real emotions and experiences. In their profound silence, they speak volumes about the complexities of the past and the enduring power of the human spirit. And in exploring them, in walking through their empty streets and peering into their vacant windows, we find echoes of ourselves, our shared humanity, and our capacity for both great ambition and profound loss. Entering Zaman Aral is like stepping into a different dimension, a place where time seems to have stood still. The silence is profound, a heavy blanket muffling every sound. It's a silence that speaks volumes. No cars, no engines humming, no voices echoing through the streets, no signs of life as you know it. Just the whisper of the wind and the sound of your own footsteps, a stark reminder of your solitary presence. Buildings stand in decay, monuments to a forgotten era. Windows like empty eyes staring blankly into the desolate landscape, offering no reflection, no warmth. Roofs caved in, exposing the skeletons of homes to the open sky. Nature creeping back, reclaiming what was once hers, a slow, relentless takeover. Rusted swings hang motionless, overgrown squares where children once played, now silent witnesses to the town's demise. And faded murals, ghosts of vibrant colors, hint at a once vibrant life, a community that thrived. The colors are muted, faded by time and neglect, but sometimes a bright relic surprises you. A splash of color in a sea of gray. A mural, a forgotten masterpiece, a chair, waiting for a visitor that will never come, a child's toy, a poignant reminder of laughter and joy. The air smells of dust, thick with the memories of what once was. Old wood, decaying and crumbling, and sometimes a ghostly trace of what once was, a lingering echo of life. A kitchen's soot, the remnants of countless meals, a workshop's metal, tools left behind, frozen in time. Each scent makes the past feel tangible, almost within reach. Standing here, you feel a strange mix of curiosity and melancholy, a pull between wanting to know more and mourning what's been lost. A sense of being both intruder and witness, a voyeur into a life that no longer exists. The emptiness is heavy, a palpable weight pressing down on you. But so is the history, a rich tapestry woven into the very fabric of this place. Every broken window, a shattered reflection of the past. Every discarded object, a fragment of a forgotten story, was once part of someone's daily life, a cherished possession, a simple necessity. The silence is not just absence, it's a presence, a force that fills the void. It's memory, etched into the walls, whispered on the wind. You reflect on your own life, your own fleeting existence, on how quickly things can change, how easily they can be lost. In Zaman Aral, the past lingers in every sense, a constant reminder of what was and what could be. It's a humbling, unforgettable experience, a journey into the heart of time and memory. In Zaman Aral, small items remain. A child's shoe, a broken cup, pages from a book. These fragments offer glimpses into lives once lived here. You imagine families packing, parents choosing what to take, children leaving drawings behind. The uncertainty must have been immense. Classrooms still hold desks, blackboards with faint chalk marks, a final lesson, never erased. Sometimes you find letters or documents, a name, a date, a place of origin. These discoveries turn ruins into homes, connecting you to real people. The people of Zaman Aral didn't vanish. They moved on, carrying memories with them. But a part of their story remains, etched in the silent streets and empty houses. Every object is a whisper from the past. Exploring Zaman Aral is like uncovering a time capsule. Soviet-era symbols, red stars, murals, propaganda posters, still cling to walls. The Palace of Culture, though decayed, hints at concerts and gatherings once held there. Old film reels, rusted tools, and half-finished projects in workshops speak of lives interrupted. Abandoned apartments reveal patterned wallpaper, newspapers as insulation, calendars frozen in time. Each object is a direct link to the people who lived here. These details make the past vivid and personal. In every forgotten corner you find a story. Inside Zaman Aral's buildings, the emptiness is overwhelming. Living rooms stripped bare, sunlight filtering through broken glass, dust swirling in the air. You tread carefully, surrounded by peeling wallpaper and sagging ceilings. Personal belongings, an old wardrobe, a child's cot, decaying books, make the absence of people palpable. In schools or offices, desks and papers gather dust, routines frozen in time. Nature reclaims the space, plants sprout through cracks, birds nest in rafters. The silence is loudest here, the loss most profound. There's a melancholic beauty in the decay. These spaces force you to confront change and impermanence. What we leave behind tells our story. Zaman Aral is more than ruins. It's the echo of a community. Look past the decay and you sense the life that once filled these streets. Children's laughter, neighbors chatting, the smell of evening meals, all once part of daily rhythm. The town's layout tells of work, family, and shared spaces. Playgrounds, squares, and apartment blocks reveal how people lived and connected. These elements are the town's fingerprint, its identity. Zaman Aral is not just about loss. It's about the human drive to build, belong, and endure. Hardships and joys alike are woven into its fabric. The soul of the town lingers in memories and silent walls. To see it is to remember the vibrant life that once was. Every ruin is a testament to community. The spirit of Zaman Aral endures for those who look closely. Why care about ghost towns like Zaman Aral? They're more than ruins. They're living history, teaching lessons no book can match. These towns are monuments to human ambition, resilience, and sometimes folly. Forgetting them means losing part of our shared story. Preservation isn't always about restoration. Sometimes it's about remembering and documenting. For future generations, these sites are reminders of where we came from and what we've endured. They inspire curiosity, reflection, and understanding. Artists, historians, and travelers find beauty and meaning here. By honoring these places, we honor the people who lived and dreamed within them. Their stories deserve to be remembered. My journey to Zaman Aral ends, but its story lingers. These empty towns are full of echoes, challenging and teaching us. Standing in their silence changes your perspective on home and history. Every place has a story, if we listen. I hope this glimpse into Zaman Aral sparks your curiosity. History is all around us, waiting to be discovered. Join me for more journeys into forgotten corners of our world. Thank you for exploring with me. Let's keep uncovering the past together.